TOMz.
And welcome to another exciting episode of TOMz, Mona ho SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. So let's Rona, we are all about celebrating our beautiful country and its beautiful people.
And ukushoya namhlanje sabesibheka at music wala eMzansi and celebrating SA musicians who have gone global.
Kannete re batlo sheba SA's Musicians Hall of Fame ibile re tshakele batho ba tsebalang haholo ba dibini from SA.
Asamentse bheka ukuthi niphatheleni on today's show.
Find out more about South African jazz and its evolution throughout the years. Samani Rona as we meet and greet the Grammy Award-winning Soweto Gospel Choir. Celebrate some of SA's greats including Hugh Masekela, Johnny Clegg and Ladysmith Black Mambazo. And meet the awesome Mikasa. King e etsang hore mmino wa rona o be unique ebile le hore batho ba ko ntle ba rate dibini tsa rona. Hona jwanong a re samerele bona hore lona le tsebang ka wa amazing artist le mmino wa rona o mnate.
Waka SA and the world marafana waka mino wa momzansi o thomile kae before o fitla mo lenteng ka joko go bontse gore wena your favorite music genre ke efeng?
Definitely gospel, ke house, hip hop, house, R&B.
Mino wa momzansi e leng gore it's gone international o ba ba tsaba ke boma
Lira. It has to be Lira.
Influence ya rona that we have on other people outside of our country ke efeng?
Oh, it is like the common ground for all countries, whether it's North America or Africa.
You consider Urkimangoling legend ya momzansi in terms of music?
Brown Dash.
A guy who does it for me, it's Kulichana. Oba Hugh Masekela.
Mare Makeba.
Yes.
It seems difficult. Hey?
Likutletse mmino wa hiso momzansi e thusa ke culture tsa rona hore o be le sekupu se mnate. Basically rona momzansi re tshwere vibe ngwanaka.
When igolide ne-diamond was discovered on SA soil in the 19th century, abantu of all races and culture baqala ukusuka bayohlala emadolobheni and urban centers were created.
These centers were a melting pot for batho ba teng ba elang hore ba le ba kopana to create a sound e sa tlwaelehang. Hona jwanong a re samerele sheba mmino wa jazz wa mo South Africa re bone le rona o changeile jwang throughout the years. Meanwhile, South Africa, Jimmy Adams is often credited as the guy olang alida the development of Cape Townian and Johannesburg jazz. He established the first colored big band in South Africa. The early jazz period of South Africa is as Marabi Nights. Ibile yona hena itswile from the Shabin nightlife kwana magationing. It was here that subgenres such as likwela and vocal jive emerged. Hanofika nakoya the 1950s, the swing rhythm and call and response singing were typical in South African jazz music. Our country's jazz were used as a tool in the anti-apartheid resistant movement. It as a code, it was also used as a way of keeping Batwaba South Africa updated, and it was used to express political agendas.
Ngesikhathi se-apartheid, many jazz legends were banned for promoting ingoma ze-freedom and anti-apartheid messages. Nyawazi na ama-liberation heroes wenu? If not, let's find out.
Ubani wabhalicule phatha Miriam Makeba.
Miriam Makeba.
Asu Miriam Makeba.
Miriam Makeba.
Nanti pata. Ay yo mama.
Miriam Makeba khala a winner the first prizes ka lebaka lor o khona ho wina hamnati. Ka 1952 ba mo khethile hore a bine with the Manhattan Brothers mo leng hore she toured SA. Dilemo tse 4 ka mo mrambo. Wila I release a pina ha eba bitsang hore ke phatha e re tsebang kaofela. It was a huge success and it ends or afumana the invitations hore a tlokhona ho checkela Europe and America. Ka 1959 ile aba motho wa pele wa hiso mo Mzansi wa winner a Grammy Award for her album eba bitsang hore ke An Evening with Harry Belafonte and Miriam Makeba. Kamamramo she became an exiled musician when the apartheid government mamohareditsore askahlola a khutla hiso mo Mzansi. Ba itse o kotsi haholo hobane she appeared in an anti-apartheid documentary eba bitsang hore ke Come Back Africa. Kamamrao re anyale a Trinidad American radical activist oba bitsang hore ke Stokely Carmichael, the American public ba ile ba mochigela. Wile a thota a ya ko Guinea. The Guinea government ne ba mo hlompha haholo ebile ba mo khethile to address the United Nations General Assembly hore a tlo kgona ho bua against apartheid. Kamamrao ba tlose pen ya hae ka 1988 wile a khutla iso mo Mzansi ka 1990. Kamamrao selemo wile a qala a charity to raise funds for the protection of women in SA. O hlokaetse ka di 9 tsa November ka 2008. Ramlebo ka lebaka la her courage and fight for the liberation of our nation.
Dibini tse dingata tsa mo South Africa have received numerous Grammy nominations le di-awards. Empa neng re tjhaketse the Soweto Gospel Choir ba leng hore bona ba fumane di-awards tse dingata throughout the years ha sale ba qolotsa mmino ka 2002.
KwaZulu wonke umhlaba sharing stages with music legends such as Stevie Wonder, Wycliffe John and the Black Eyed Peas.
Take a look.
Sanibonani babukela emakhaya mnandi ngosiphakazwa kanqumalo ngicula neSoweto Gospel Choir.
Sanibonani bantu basekhaya mina igama lami nguShimi wakajiyani ene ngicula neSoweto Gospel Choir.
Okay, iSoweto Gospel Choir was formed in 2002 and the main reason for forming the choir was to take the South African sound of gospel around the world.
Album ya rona ibile number 1 on the world music billboards for 3 weeks, and why people by receive really harmonized is because of I think people were still, because people about gospel, we are like South Africa, we always think people by it and people are by it, but when we came out, we had to release with gospel choir, we started like showcasing what South Africa is it's all about when it comes to gospel music, and then they got to hear even not only the singing with the band but also singing a cappella, because people never knew that we can also do things a cappella as a choir.
I think the reason abantu bathanda umculo weSoweto Gospel Choir is because we're proudly South African. Siza nento abangayazi into abangayijwayelanga. It would be like going to America and ufika ucule njengama Americans. They've already got their people that sing ngaleyo ndlela. So thina siza ne product a purely South African from the different languages. We sing in 6 of our official languages. The dancing, the colors of the costumes. I think that is what excites them. Ukuthi siza ne product abangayijwayelanga.
Out of all the awards, certainly winning throughout the 10 years of the choir, that would be a Grammy award, and like repeating it like twice in like following years. And happy also people don't know that all our 5 albums they were nominated for a Grammy, but we've got an Emmy award also, and we nearly got an Oscar. So yeah, a Grammy, yeah.
Baba Shell would see win a Grammy Award. It was 30 minutes before singing a stage for a performance. We were so excited. Ama kids wonke wokucula weingoma wephezulu injabulo nje. The dancers, the legs were kicking high. We couldn't believe it. Ukuthi the group had just been formed. I think besina about 4 years sisonke. And when they had said Grammy, we thought, wow, this is a payoff for all the hard work, and we believed ukuthi kushuthi ikhona into esiyenza right as a Soweto Gospel Choir.
What's weird though about it, we still carry on with our interview in the Soweto Gospel Choir, and we talk more about musicians going global. So stay tuned, still more to come here on TOMz.
Celebrate our Musicians Hall of Fame. Let's Soweto's Gospel Choir about their most memorable moments in their music careers.
TOMz.
TOMz mona ho SABC 1 Mzansi for sure, and rona re botlotlo ka batho ba naha ya rona le naha ya rona.
And we're zooming into our music legends and finding out which musicians from SA abahambile via global.
Re batlo tseba re ke bo mang batho ba dibini ba mo naheng ya rona that have made it to the international circuit, le re mmino wa bona o influence jwang batho ba lefatshe le kaofela.
Asiboneni ukuthi what's coming up next.
Celebrate our Musicians Hall of Fame. Let's Soweto's Gospel Choir about their most memorable moments in their music careers. South Africa is the birthplace ya dibini tse hlomphiwang haholo ebile tse tsebang haholo mo naheng ya rona. Hona jwale a re tsamaya re lo bona dibini tsa mona South Africa tse leng hore a di tsebe mo hae fela but also in the whole world. Born and bred in South Africa, Brazil Masekela Ola go New York during the Jazz Age and was mentored by Louis Armstrong, Ola Sebetale Miles Davis, Ibile Nashara stage with Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin and Bob Marley. Yeno recorded the album Tay 43 mo Pilomba kaofela, and Jabulani getting a Grammy nomination ka 2013. He has overcome political and personal challenges to become a living legend. Iblaning the US Virgin Islands, Balabar di 9 March, Tanetebe Brahu Masekela Day. Known by many as the dollar brand, Abdullah Ibrahim is South Africa's most distinguished pianist and a world-respected musician. He was exposed to American jazz, township jive, and classical music as Mnyane haholo. Ka 1958, Ula qala the dollar band trio. Ibile ka 1959, after forming the Jazz Pistols, le Brahu Masekela le batho ba bangata ba bangata, they recorded the first jazz album ya batho ba mo South Africa fela. Ka 1962, Mandela ko tronkong le ANC by benne. Dollar band and others balabatela na hayarun. Balabatama balubapala all over Europe, and in 1974, Ibrahim Ula recorded Manenberg, which soon became an unofficial anthem yabatwa South Africa.
Samina sayihlangana nama-musos with Soweto Gospel Choir to find out how they made it into the international music circuits and what inspired them and which of their amazing experiences were their favorites. Take a look.
In 2010, the Soweto Gospel Choir ila performer at the FIFA Soccer World Cup kickoff concert ko Soweto alongside Dibini Tatwana le John Legend, the Black Eyed Peas, le Shakira.
Giving to especially Morona for performing for all these people. That will be performing actually, Rona performing especially for our dad, Mr. Nelson Mandela. That was special for us, and also going all over the world, performing for New York, the New York City, King City Hall, performing and also the TOMz we were part of it. So that for us that was special because it also shows Runa. We're not only going all over the world just representing South Africa. We're representing the African continent, to understand, and we also representing the Rainbow Nation also. So that was a proud moment to perform for Nelson Mandela. Of the TOMz for Morona, it means a lot because of it means we also giving back to the community. You understand? We get to interchange. Banabas are telling next like Banabas nang the games, but we get to go and mingle with them. We go and get to sing with them. We go and play with them, and also and form the another choir, like Soweto Gospel Choir. We also want to see a choir coming from those orphanage homes, and making it in the world. Understand? So yeah, I think it means a lot to us.
Kushuthi Nkosi's Haven Vukani charity foundation yethu as a Soweto Gospel Choir. Into esiyenzayo mas overseas siqokelela ama-donations. Kulama donations we support AIDS orphans organizations like Kaya that receive little or no government funding. So into esiyenzayo njengoba ushimi bekashilo sithengela labantwana ingubo, sibathengela incwadi, whatever it is that they need kulama homes. Ngoba into eyenzakalayo we realize as a choir ukuthi we are so blessed to travel the world, and ngaloku sinako we like to share it, give back to the community. So now we do it for the little ones that can't do it for themselves.
Advising Gaifang youth, it's quite simple. First of all, finish your studies. It's very important to finish your studies. And also you must understand one thing. If you want to be an artist, it's not easy. It's never easy. So you must have a room of disappointment because along the journey you'll be disappointed many times. And so and don't do things because of you want to do it for somebody or you want to please somebody. Do it because you want it and you love it, and it's the passion that they have.
Taking on the world,
So Skubegin is celebrating our amazing musos and looking at some more faces in our music Hall of Fame.
Mino wa Johnny Clark utsebahala haholo ibilaneng o ratwa haholo lefatshe kaofela. Ka 2013, he became the only South African solo act elaya performer at the Royal Albert Hall, London. Ka 1976, Ula formed his own band Juluka and introduced a unique fusion of Western and Zulu sounds. Clark's musical message has always been one of racial harmony. Yena unal the honorary doctorate State 3 and several humanitarian awards, and the French have made him a Knight of Arts and Letters. Ladysmith Black Mambazo yena ila thola ke Joseph Shabalala, and they mesh the rhythms and harmonies of traditional African music to the sounds of Christian gospel music. Paul Samula producer release yabona yokuqala ya US Shaka Zulu, elanya winner Grammy Award ka 1988. They also produced soundtrack material for The Lion King Part 2, Cry the Beloved Country, and Invictus.
Homeless, homeless, moonlight sleeping on a midnight lake.
Even during the days of apartheid, batho ba bangata ba dibini ba ne ba sa utlwane le the policy of segregation. Bona ke ba iqalla diband tsa bona from all races and cultures. Dee is standing by to tell us more about one of the bands tse ratuwang haholo mo naheng ya rona.
Officially grounded in 2002, the band is made up of 7 talented and diverse musos ababuya la South Africa, Mozambique na Zimbabwe. The success of the band was celebrated mabawina a MTV Award in November 2006 for the category Best African Act. The award ibabega on the international music scene. Proudly South African music.
My spirit daughter will look at some more of SA's amazing musicians, and we also meet up with Imikasa, which is taking Mzansi by storm, so don't go anywhere.
We pay tribute to SA house music, Ibile re tlhakane le Mikasa. Don't go anywhere.
TOMz. TOMz.
If you're just joining, welcome to TOMz, and today we are celebrating our democracy and its people.
Hona mo go SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. Ka tse go re shebile dibini tsa rona tsa mo South Africa tse leng gore they've made it on the international music scene. Re batla bona re bona ba inspire jwang not only the people of South Africa but people all over the world.
So kusho namhla sikhulume ngabomculi bala eMzansi. We also spoke to Soweto Gospel Choir, asking them about their success abroad and their journey up to now.
Take a look. We pay tribute to SA house music. Ibile re tlhakane le Mikasa. Don't go anywhere. Re buile ka dibini tse hlomphuwang haholo tse leng gore lwana o ka di fumana ko the SA Music Hall of Fame. Dibini tse tshwanang le Ntate Hugh Masekela, Mme Miriam Makeba and Johnny Clegg. Hona jwanong a re shebetse ding dibini tse ithu tse leng gore di tsibo haholo mo naheng ya rona. Dave Matthews ba mtswetse ka 1967 ko Johannesburg, and by the time he graduated ko high school, o ne sa participate le haholo ko di-matches tse dingata and anti-apartheid activities. He left for the US when he got lengwala le tswang ko government le mmolelang gore he needs to join the army. There, he hooked up with local jazz legends Leroy Moore and Carter Beaufort, and their jazz backgrounds along with his pop folk African music made a great mix. Yena o sebedisitse le batho ba tsebalang haholo ba mo South Africa ba tshwanang le Ntate Vusi Mahlasela in some of his songs, because both these artists ba bina ka tokololo, lerato le tshwarelo. Vusi Mahlasela o tsibiwa as the voice of South Africa. Ula aha katara ya hae ya pele from a fishing line and a cooking oil can, ibile ithuta lo bapala. Witnessing the Soweto uprising, Ula responda ka mmino wa hae, writing songs of justice, tukuluho, lerato, le kutlwano. One of his first songs, When You Come Back, became an anthem ya batho ba mo South Africa ba ne ba lwantsha the apartheid regime.
South Africa's house music is known and loved around the world for its unique house style.
House music culture exploded on the South African scene hanofela apartheid with a new sound enetsiwa as kwaito. It all started mo Gauteng in the early 90s, where local stars like DJ Christos would play and slow down underground dance records from Chicago and New York. Homegrown talent picked up on this trend, including Brenda Fassie, Bongo Maffin, Limandoza. House South Africa is defined by two main ingredients, rhythm and words. It has captured the world's attention, with many of our acts playing at festivals and clubs all over the world. Dibini tse dingata tsa mo South Africa tse leng gore they have gone global. Dibini tse ding tsa rona tsa mo hae tse kileng di bona mafatshe a kontle ke Mikasa.
Mikasa iband yala eMzansi eyaziwa ngengoma yabo Jika, which is taking South African airwaves by storm, and they've also performed on global stages. Mikasa is a South African band that was formed in 2011 by sheer luck. Dr. Duda was asked to play at an event at the Radisson Hotel in Sandton, and last minute Umo was asked to join him on the trumpet. Present at the same event, Uche Something suggested that the three have an impromptu freestyle. 3 months later, Mikasa was formed. Check out what they have to say about how democracy has contributed to musicians like themselves going global.
I think, democracy and the fact that we gained it, I think means so much that it's hard to put it into one specific thing. But in terms of music, I think that the fact that we're a democratic country now allows us to not only get influences from outside, but also put our influences out there. And I think Mikasa is even like a perfect picture of what, Madiba and the whole gang fought for, in the days where now you see us mixing together and making music together, and then also being able to take that music to the rest of the world. So it's probably the greatest thing that ever happened to our country.
Now, as Dr. Duda Mikasa, I think how the world receives Mikasa, mo utswa Alex utswere style sa ko Alex na ke tswa di plaseng ko Mpumalanga je utswa di farmong ko Eastern Cape. Yeah man, I think because I share na background ya ka ntse le gospel, mushe background ya ke jazz, and then Jay ona tswere soulful vibe wa one. So by us mixing those together, ile yafa everyone that international flavor, you know what I mean? I think motswako o wa Alex Pumalanga, Eastern Cape Body Farm.
But I also think, if I can add to what he's saying, is that I think what makes our sound so well received overseas is that it's an African sound. And people overseas want to hear African. They don't want to hear American. They don't want us to go there and all of a sudden sound like them. They want us to sound like us. And I think that's the thing that a lot of like musicians and up-and-coming musicians kind of forget, is that the most beautiful thing we have is our unique sound.
And every day, because practice makes perfect. And then put the batole, Joala, the drugs, Batole Mojolo, underage, Lemarobalano food. And yeah, just you know what, that's what I had until and as they can always come through.
Here are some wise words from Achaki Barunava today's episode.
Yes, the Department of Arts and Culture support particularly young artists. We want our young people to be creative in whatever they can do. We have programs where we support them. In most of the festivals in the country, the Department of Arts and Culture is supporting those to allow for performances. We are even now supporting artists going overseas, because through their creativity they can create small businesses, they can employ other people, because arts and culture and heritage is also a major contributor in the economy. So we want the young people to take advantage of all these initiatives and participate and come with creativity.
SA is buzzing with the sounds of legends, and we have made our mark throughout the world with our rhythm and sound of our people's music.
So hello Rwena, you want more information? Let check www.tomz.co.za. Kapa le latele ho Twitter and on Facebook. Hona jwanong a re bona re ne re bua ka eng ka tjena. Re qadile ka ho sheba a brief history and evolution ya mmino wa jazz mona South Africa. We paid tribute to one of our anti-apartheid activists, Miriam Makeba. We Soweto Gospel Choir and spoke to them about making it on the global music scene. We also looked at SA's Music Hall of Fame. Rabero celebrates how the world famous and award-winning musicians Maswana Librahim Masikela, Abdullah Ibrahim, Johnny Clegg, Ladysmith Black Mambazo, Dave Matthews, and Vusi Mahlasela. And we also spoke to Mikasa. TOMz for tuning in.
So same time, same place, here on SABC 1, Mzansi for show.
Next time on TOMz, Vusi, Tammy D and myself retweet about acting in South Africa. Retweet about the different acting techniques and how they've evolved. Check out the history of South African theatre, Luru why protest theatre is proudly South African. And join us as we talk to Mutlatsa Mafate and Vusi Kunene about acting Yakateko versus acting during the struggle years.